We never cross the same river twice. It's not the same river, and it's not the same you. I spent 18 years at Walmart. A lot of that time was spent in logistics, replenishment, merchandising, supply chain, inventory analysis, operations, a lot of hands-on. Then at the end, I did several years in leadership development, was very fortunate, very privileged to have been the owner of the Walton Institute, which is the corporate flagship culture program for the company. And so that's kind of where I ended my career. Understand who you are, get comfortable with it, and get on down the road. The arena that I try to play in is kind of two parts. A lot of assessment work, a lot of personality assessment, behavior assessments. So let's sit down and understand how you're wired, what are your gifts, what do you bring to the table, what are you naturally strong at. Normally all of those assessments say this is a blind spot, this is not your greatest gift, hey, be careful doing too much of this. So we kind of take all of that data to get some sort of picture of who you are, and then we use that information and we move into sort of one-on-one coaching. But really it's the one-on-one conversation. It's how are you wired, and then what is it that you want to work on, talk about, grow, minimize. People make choices. Choices make people. I tried to streamline kind of how your career would progress, if you will, and all the time we're in transition. And if you think about it from a leadership perspective, you kind of start out in the self bucket, you move to the others bucket, and then you move to this higher end thought leadership. In the self bucket, you're very much trying to understand who you are, what you bring to the table. You end up being an exceptional doer. You're a great individual contributor, and so you get tapped, if you will, and you get promoted, and all of a sudden you're in this next transitional piece, and you're leading others. Well, here's another realm of skills and competencies that you need to master that lives in that leading my team, leading my function, leading my bigger area of control. And then again, you're successful at that, and you get tapped again, and you move into the highest levels of leadership, and it's more around leading from a thoughtful position, high intellect, organizational perspective, things that have societal implications. We try to talk about what are these transitions that happen in your career, and then what does that look like when you're leading at the highest intellectual level. You're going to have to live with whatever you do next for the rest of your life. What you choose to do is crucial. So think very carefully about who you want to be when you look back on this story. I hope that a client, whether that be the organization or the individual that I'm working with, would walk away and say that I was thoughtful, that I really paid attention to them when it mattered the most.